Welcome back, you internet John Wicks. These are my non-negotiables for a carry firearm. Clear, clear, clear. Still clear, clear, clear. Definitely clear. Stock Glock trigger action. Empty magazine. Okay, this list does not go in any particular order. There's no significance to the items listed on the list. It's just a list. Number 1, capacity. My minimum capacity limit would have to be a 10-round magazine. Nothing lower than that. The majority of the time I'm carrying this Glock 43X MOS, which is nestled safety in this sweet Armsman holster, by the way. Shameless plug. So yes, because of that 10-round minimum capacity that I must have now, it eliminates a few firearms, like the regular Glock 43 and whatever other minimum capacity handguns are out there. And don't get me started on revolvers. Completely out of the question. Number 2, there's going to be an optic on it. It absolutely must be able to co-witness. Like this Glock 19 MOS. As you can see, it's dressed up with this Hollow Sun 407C. It absolutely needed to co-witness, which you can see it does. It's not a massive co-witness. What is that? 1/3 co-witness, maybe? Which it's better than nothing. I see a lot of folks out there with all of their ridiculous, overrated optics. Yes, I said it, overrated optics. And many of you have zero ability to co-witness, or your sight's completely gone once you slap an optic on, which seems asinine to me. Number 3, stock internals. Absolute must, very important, especially when it comes to the trigger. This needs to remain stock. All this witchcraft right here, all the bullshit in the slide needs to remain stock. If I had to change out something on the internals, it would be out of necessity and something that's equivalent to, it's exactly the same or equivalent to the OEM part that needs replacing. However, upgrading some random aftermarket John Wick horseshit just because on the internals? No, 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 no. You're asking for trouble walking around with your upgraded lightweight triggers, all of your unnecessary bullshit you've been swapping out in here just because, God forbid, time comes and I need my shit to function reliably the way it was meant to be, and it doesn't because I tampered with the internals. Whose fault is that? Number 3, I need to have stock internals when I carry. Was that number 3 or was that number 4? Counting's hard. Number 4, ease of concealability. The weapon needs to be easy to conceal. Now, for some folks, something like a Glock 17, 45, a Glock 19X is relatively light work to conceal. Then, for someone like myself, something like this is massive on me. A regular Glock 19 is the largest I'm willing to go to comfortably conceal. What else is out there in this size? Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 compact. I've seen a lot of CZs out there, similar size to the Glock 19 as well. So yes, Glock 19, ease of concealability, nothing larger than this. However, 43X would be the ideal size for me. Look at the size difference. Look at the size difference. The length of the grips are identical, but this one is even narrower. This is also in an Armsman holster, by the way. Shameless plug. What did I give you guys so far? Stock internals, capacity, co-witnessing, ease of concealability. Number 5, overall reliability. How reliable is that firearm known for being? Does it have a reputation for being reliable, or does it have a reputation for randomly shooting its owners? As you all know, I'm a huge fan of the P320s, specifically the M17s and M18s. But with all the hoopla that's been going on, I would never dare carry one. Also, as big of a Glock fan as I am, as big of a fan of the Glock clones that I am, I would never carry with a Glock clone because the Glock clones are not, I repeat, is not as reliable as an OEM Glock. Now, before you chime in with, hey, my dagger has been 100% reliable, congratulations, your specific pistol was the exception. If you look up consumer reviews, mine included, they've been mostly problematic little shitboxes. I've had 3, count them, 3 daggers, and all 3 has given me issues. Because of those, I will never carry a clone Glock. I will most likely never purchase another clone Glock. No SCT frames, no Ruger RXM, whatever. It's nuts. None of those. Not interested at all. There you have it. Those are my non-negotiables when choosing a carry firearm. Chime in below. Let me know what your guys' non-negotiables while carrying are. I think it's time to check out your comments, right? Oh, before I do that, in case you haven't already noticed, even though I mentioned it a few times already, boy, I got a suppressor now. I finally have a suppressor. I was gonna do a video on it, but doing an entire video on just one suppressor when I haven't even shot with it yet seems pointless. You know, I'd be wasting your guys' time. I'll do a video when I actually use it. All right, oh, look at her. Today's video will be Glock 19 versus PSA dagger. Glock versus clone Glock, basically. Turn you like meow, put you right meow, zoom in like whoop whoop meow. The first comment came from Dress to Kill Tay. He said at 10:25, I promise I'd be sad for y'all, bro. Like, damn, why, my homies? What did I say at 10:25? Did he? Guns for And we get an ad.
You're gonna want to hear this.
Shut up. Guns for range fun or whatever. They're always gonna have their minor little hiccups. I've seen a lot of folks do reviews on their daggers and they're like, hey, my dagger has been flawless. I'm happy for you people. I wish it was that way for me. I've had 3 daggers, man, and 3 out of 3 have failed me in some way or the other. Okay. In no way, shape, or all right, shut up, Stormtrooper. He was referencing what I said about all the unreliable dagger issues. See, and his has been flawless. Mine have not been flawless. I would never carry them. To hell with those. Sidewalk Talk said, clear, clear, clear. Great video, my guy. Thank you, Mr. Sidewalk Talk, for chiming in and watching and for supporting. Dress to Kill Tay again said, certified members only. Tay is always showing the support and it's much appreciated. He said, G19 Gen 5, best looking gun of the decade? You know what? Ooh. As much as I like the Glocks, and specifically the Glock 19 Gen 5, I wouldn't be as bold as to say it's the greatest looking gun of the decade. I'm sure there's others out there. Matter of fact, people chime in below. Let us know what your thoughts are on what's the greatest looking gun of the decade. Keep it at handguns. Yeah. Next comment came from Disastrous Effect. He said, oh man, the FNS 2000 and PS90 for me are 2 of the weirdest tools ever. You must be a gamer. And thanks to Garantum and PSR, I hear the fish gun every time I see one. Your comment introduced me to the FNS 2000, so I'll have to check that out. But the PS90, for me, it's absolutely gorgeous. The short-barreled version, if you go with the 16-inch long barrel one, it looks kind of weird. You know what? I'm gonna have to look up this Garantum and PSR reference you guys keep talking about. Sleep So BK Fly, Mr. Big DFA in the spot. Shh, don't make it hot. He said, Glock, dagger, same shh. Good video, bro. Like always, FYI, the EDC is still the Glock 26. See, there you go. He knows what's up. Him, like Tay, they're both huge fans of the PSA daggers, and theirs has been flawless. However, he carries a Glock 26. Smart man. You can't go wrong with the Glock. You can't beat the Glock reliability. Why take the unnecessary risk in straying? Bellicose Hog said, thanks for pronouncing my name correctly most of the time. Guess there's been a few times I butchered his name. Is it Bellicose? Did I pronounce it wrong at least one time? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Whatevs. Bellicose also said, I'd like to have a Browning high power someday. That's what Axel Foley carried. So when you mentioned that comment, I looked it up to see what it looked like. I'm not a fan. Not of the performance, but of the aesthetics. Firearm aesthetics matter to me. As long as it's not a carry gun, then yes, the aesthetics definitely matter. It's like they say, life's too short to drive boring cars. Well, life's too short to shoot ugly guns. Bellicose Hog also said, some legit reasons to not stream. However, you do have a voice made for radio. Thanks, man. I appreciate the compliments. You know, I'm usually getting shat on this channel, but yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, my thoughts have never changed on live streaming. I've had requests on the main channel. People like, hey, when are you gonna stream? When are you gonna, like, it's never gonna happen, people. It's just not for me. People usually make mistakes during live streams. They say shit that they can't take back. They accidentally give out too much information. They'll accidentally dox their addresses and all types of weird shit. Once it's live, you're kind of screwed. No live streams for me. I've noticed a lot of gun tubers have started live streaming, and to each his own. To each his own. Desert Tactical. Hey, go check him out. He has a good channel, man. He said Glock greater than dagger all day, every day. Yes, I get a heart. Shit, that's a good comment. My boy knows. See, Desert Tactical. Go check him out. Jack of Nothingness said, Glock 19 triggers are better than the dagger, at least with the current Gen 5. And PSA has some quality control issues, as you have experienced some issues with your dagger and dagger micros mentioned before. He's been paying attention. He also goes on to say, so yes, while you can get 2 daggers for the price of a Glock 19, you're guaranteed better quality of craftsmanship with a Glock 19. Well said, Jack of Nothingness. Bam! We're throwing out hearts today. We're throwing out hearts. And last but not least, from Compact EDC, he said, great comparison, brother. Thank you for chiming in, Mr. Compact EDC. He also has a channel. Please check him out. Matter of fact, I forgot to... Boom, Desert Tactical. I forgot to give him some props. Bam, Desert Tactical. Go check him out. He's creeping up on 4K subs. Go over there, comment, tell him Stormtrooper sent you. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Compact EDC and Gadgets, another awesome channel. He's working his way up to 6,000 subscribers. Go on, give him a sub, drop him a comment, a like, whatever. Tell him Stormtrooper sent you. Oh, that girl's a looker. Wait, what is this ad for? From $29.99, men's shirts. All right, it's probably some Old Navy bullshit. All right, that was it for comments. Yep, that was it for the comments. Sweet. Until next time, boyos. Peace, 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 and chicken grease. Pew, pew, pew.